Hello, good morning. It is Wisdom Wednesday, July 25th, 2018. Steve Sipress here. I'm going to move back into the shade. I figured I looked on the screen here at the video and I said, let's go out in the sun and get a little more light, but it also got a lot more heat. Now it is just a bit after 9 a.m. here in sunny Arizona, and it'll be perking up to about 115 again today. But you know what? We have a thermometer right here, so let's take a look. And it's backwards, but as you can see, it is just still under 100 degrees. So, beautiful thing. It is, you can tell I've been here about 3 years now, from living up in the northern part of the United States pretty much my whole life, that I now say outrageously ridiculous things like, well, it's only 100. And it's actually quite comfortable, especially here in the shade this early in the day, but it will be getting up to a heinous 1:15 or so today, so I'm recording this early. Anyway, it's Wisdom Wednesday, and my bit of wisdom for today is, you've heard the saying, I'm sure, it's not what you know, it's who you know. Well, of course it's both, but it's more important the who you know. It's assumed the what you know. And what, meaning you got to know a lot of things, you got to get constantly learning. You'll hear me say it all the time, lifetime learners, lifetime earners. I'm actually going through 2 different courses right now at the same time. Didn't plan on that. But one came up that I'm coaching a client through, so I'm going through that one, plus another one for another business of mine. So I'm constantly learning new things and staying on the cutting edge. That's my responsibility to my clients and to my own businesses to do that. And I hope you're doing that too. But much more important, if you want to, that's one way to grow the business. And you can certainly grow it linearly. It can move up and, 5%, 10% growth every year. That'd be great. A lot of people would be real happy with that. But the people that make complete transformations, lightning, stratospheric changes, skyrocketing, as they say, the business to doubling, tripling 10, 20, 50 times in a very short time, that rarely comes from what you know, but that often comes from who you know. So the key is to make the right connections, not just how many can I just get a lot of likes on Facebook or accept every friend request there is, or, can I just go out and go to a networking event and try and meet everybody and give my business card. Like, it's not a quantity game, it's a quality game. Of course, it's a measure of both, of course. But it's still a quantity, a number of quality people that you meet where quality is more of the key. So how do you do this? Well, I'm going to be actually speaking on this very topic tomorrow at an event put on by a group called Network Together, which is run by a fantastic couple, Robert and Sean Jones, that host, believe it or not, over 1,000 networking and related events with masterminds and mixers and all these kind of things every single year, over 1,000 events a year. So if anybody knows about networking and how to host great networking events, it's Robert and Sean Jones, and they're hosting their 3 times annually big event they call the Net Mob, M-O-B, as in, I don't know, as in mobsters or an angry mob, or I guess in this case a positive mob. And so it's a Net Mob. So go, if you're anywhere near the Phoenix area, you just got to get there. It's netmob.net. Simple enough. Netmob.net. Get over there. You'll see me. I'll be speaking, sharing the stage with some fantastic entrepreneurs. 2 of my favorites, Bernie Dorman, who is the founder and CEO of a company called CEO Space, which helps maybe more entrepreneurs and business owners than anybody else on the planet to grow their business and transform and go from startup to multi-million-dollar business in record time. They keep doing it over and over and over. So Bernie is a fantastic entrepreneur and a leader of entrepreneurs. Another one of the speakers, great friend of mine and just my kind of entrepreneur, Laurel Langmeyer, who is just straight to the point, no BS. Like, if you've seen her, if you know her, if you have gone through any of her best-selling books or materials or anything, you know that she's no nonsense. She gets right to the point, and she helps entrepreneurs and business people make money. Actually, I should rephrase that. Keep money and build money. See, we know how to make money. We sell stuff, and selling stuff is easy. Building a business takes some work, and it's more about what you keep than what you make, and that's what Laurel's all about. Hey, thanks for all the likes. I can't see who's here because I can't read it in the glare, but if you say hello, for some reason, Facebook puts that in bold or some color that I can read. So, hey, Jeff Ducharme is here. Great seeing you. and great to have you here. And I know Jeff is a big believer in this too. Jeff is fantastic. In fact, I met Jeff at an entrepreneur event, which is what I'm talking about here. How do you? I'm going to talk about this, of course, on stage tomorrow at the NetMob event. I hope to, come on up and meet me, and I'll introduce you to people there. But I'll be talking about this. But just to give you a little dose of it, basically, is you got to be intentional about this. I don't expect that the exact right people that are going to catapult my business into the stratosphere are suddenly going to appear right here in my backyard today, or knock on my door, or call me, or send me a text message or an email or a Facebook message or whatever else you're thinking people communicate these days. I'm just going to tell you, yeah, that might happen, and everyone out there might have a story about how incredibly some chance somebody just, happened to find you. That's great, and that's all a bonus. But to build a business, to have some peace of mind, you got to have systems in place so you can make this kind of stuff happen. And one of the ways to make it happen, to be very intentional about getting in touch and connecting, not just meeting, not just networking, connecting with the right people, is to get to the right events. And the strategy, when I get to this event, you'll see me tonight, and that's why I say come up to me, say hello, and I'll introduce you if you want, is I go to events and, well, sure, I mean, there's people that are attending the events that, I'm going to connect with. There's some cool people that attend events. I attend some events that I'm not speaking at, so by definition, there are some cool people attending events. But I'm always going to make a point of connecting with the event host and with the speakers at the event. Of course, those are automatically already, you consume great people to connect with, and they can either help you or get you to somebody to help you. I'll give you an example of why it's not as important what you know as who you know. I just placed an ad for one of my businesses in a new ad, signed a year contract, monthly magazine, and the publisher just yesterday sent me a tear sheet of the very first issue with my ad and said she was all excited. What do you think? Here it is. And it was a PDF of the couple of page spread out of the magazine where I'm on one of the pages. And I was like, yeah, it looks fantastic. Just one thing, you got the URL wrong. So not like the main Sipress.com, but the slash after it. I'm like, well, you capitalize the word, and it needs to be in all small letters. Other than that, everything's fantastic, looks great. That's great. Well, she emailed me right back, oh, too bad. I've already approved the proof. That was the final version. And, can't you, make the change? Or is that really, can you do some kind of tech thing to make that work? And my first response, as you can imagine, is, really now? You waited until after it's my first appearance in the publication. You would think maybe after it's been in there, I don't really have to see a proof every single month. But you might think the first one, you're going to send me a proof and say, hey, did we get it right? Are there any changes need to be made? Because, yeah, in this case, just a minor one, people are going to go to the page listed in the publication and get a 404 error. This page doesn't exist, which hopefully means they would just go to stevesipress.com anyway and read about me or find out about me in general. And there they could put in for a free consultation, which you or anybody can do also, and get some help. And I help people, and then they experience the help and realize how much money I'm helping to make just on a free consultation. And often people will then say, well, geez, I want more of this. And I know, I've seen your videos. I met you somewhere, or somebody said something, or whatever it is, that I'm ready to become a client, and let's go. And once in a while I accept those and bring on some new clients. Otherwise, I just enjoy putting out the information and the content and helping lots of people. And the few that want a lot more help, well, they get in touch with me and become clients. But anyway, so here's the deal. I don't know how, this just was late last night. I'll deal with it today. And I could sit there and learn what to do about this by maybe going on to google.com and searching for all kinds of who knows what, videos, articles, how to do this and change the website and blah, 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 and hoo-ha. Or I could just go to who I know and go to my tech team who are wizards and say, hey, we got to do something with the website because the publisher screwed up and put in the wrong URL, and can you get this fixed? Boom! And so in one little email, it'll take me 20 seconds to write, and a few hours later, an hour later, sometimes it's, what I think is so complex and difficult, my team surprises me, and like 5 minutes later, they go, yeah, that's fixed. What else? Anything else? And I'm like, wow! You know, that really is. They'll likely fix it in 2 seconds. It's nothing to them, but it would take me who knows how long to learn how to do it. So there's just an example. And I've got a fantastic team in all kinds of phases of the business. And when I attend this event that I'm speaking at tomorrow, this NetMob, go to netmob.net, anywhere near the Phoenix area, you got to get over there. There'll be hundreds of entrepreneurs. There'll be a few of us speakers on stage. There'll be Robert and Sean hosting the event. And there'll be all kinds. I know I have a few clients. I have clients that'll have booths there. They're vendors. There's all kinds of people you got to meet, because you never know who it is that can make a connection for you, that can do something for you, that can introduce you to somebody that can say, man, I can put you up on my stage and you can get 100 new members, clients, patients, customers in a day, in a minute, which would take you a year of doing, just if you know how to get customers, clients, patients, members through whatever method you're doing. So to skyrocket the business, bottom line, it's more important who you know than what you know. I'm all about working less and making more money, having more peace of mind and more freedom and more income at the same time. I know that's difficult to believe for business owners who are brought up under the honest day's work for the honest day's pay, blah, blah, blah. That all sounds noble and good. And I'm not saying the opposite of that is, I'm not suggesting dishonest work for dishonest pay. I'm just suggesting to work, you've heard that saying, work smarter, not harder. How about both? Like, work smart while you're working hard, and make sure that you're making conscious efforts to connect with, not just meet, to connect with the right people who you never know who that is. So you go to events, and like I said, I'm going to go connect with the event hosts and the speakers, but I never know who's actually there. So I got to be very intentional. I got to have a plan beforehand. I got to have a plan during the event, and I certainly got to have a plan after the event. I help clients do that before, during, and after an event. Whether you're speaking, whether you have a booth, whether you're just attending, that's one of the types of systems I put in place for people. And when you have that, you can feel confident that you're going to make the most of attending events. Is it possible that you could attend this event? There's several hundred entrepreneurs there, and some of them very top entrepreneurs, and none of us are somebody that could help you skyrocket your business. Yeah, that's possible. So then go have some fun, meet some people, learn something, eat some food, have a couple of drinks, whatever, and go home. However, it's possible, and if you do it right, when you attend these events, and there's other things you can do online and offline, that you will meet the right people and connect with them, and that will grow your business better, stronger, and faster than anything you could do by just learning how to do something else on your own. So that's it. For Wisdom Wednesday, I see a whole bunch of other people that are here, but again, I can't see your names unless you say hello. Now I'm seeing that it appears your name, when someone's here, evidently Facebook shows you up in blue, and I can't really read it. But when somebody says something, it shows up in white, which is in contrast to the background of this video. Ironically, the names in blue are coming out on my pool, which is also blue. But even if I move it over to the white, I just can't really see it that well. Oh, I see Angel, and I can't really read the rest. So I'll just say hello to everybody here and everyone watching on the replay. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for any comments, questions, concerns, issues that you have during the video. After, I always address them when appropriate. And if you do want to connect some more, let's see how we can help each other out to make a lot of money, have more fun, have more freedom in our lives. Isn't that what it's all about? Just go to stevesipress.com/consultation and let's talk. Or go to netmob.net and come to the event tomorrow that I'll be speaking at, and make sure you come up and say hello and let's connect. And hopefully you're doing that with the right people, the right time, which to me is all the time, to grow your business a lot faster than you can on your own. That's it for Wisdom Wednesday. Still likely to be under 100 degrees, just about hitting 100 as it goes up to 115 or so for the day. So hopefully you will stay cool wherever you are. And I'll catch you back here on Throwback Thursday, one of the fun days of the week where I dip into the archives and bring out something, a blast from the past. And I will bring that to you and hope you'll be with me tomorrow. Thanks for being here today. Over and out. Bye-bye.